Welcome to Dallas.
We're at the 2010 International Motorcycle Show here in Dallas, Texas. Let's go inside and look around.
We took off this weekend and went to the 2010 International Motorcycle Show, and this one was held in Dallas, downtown at the Convention Center. I wanted to ride down, so I went over and talked to the guys over at Brookside Motorcycles. I wanted to get something a little more comfy than the one I normally ride. Paul, the owner, came up with a Kawasaki Concours 14. Loaded it up, rode down 2 up, took old 75, stayed off all the major interstates, and stayed not far from downtown. We get downtown to the Convention Center, and this show is the first in a line of 12 that travels all over the U.S. They go through coast to coast, but the Dallas is the first time that the North American market is going to see many of these bikes that are being introduced.
So far, we've spent more time with all these new bike intros, the Ducatis and the Hondas and Suzukis. We've been spending all our time over with the Urals, checking out the drum brakes, the drive shafts coming out the side of the rear ends, and the ability to tip it up on its side and pull it back down with one hand. That just amazed me. Not with a person on it.
Most of us go to these shows to see new bikes and new gear and the spokes models, of course. But there's also some really cool seminars and sessions going on. There's a section of the show they call the Hub, and you can catch some really interesting stuff. This is one of those things that's perfect to check the website before you go for a schedule of what's going to be happening, because you may find something you're interested in. I noticed there was one about how to wire GPS in. There was a lot of stuff about setting up your suspension, that type of stuff. It's fun and educational. We stopped by Suzuki's booth, and they had I think their new model is a GSXR sport bike, but the thing that was really cool was there was these 2 Oklahoma Highway Patrol Hayabusas parked there. I had no idea. I didn't know that they even had Hayabusas in the Highway Patrol, but it was really cool. And so we stopped and we're checking them out, and a couple of the officers were there that were responsible for the program, and talked to them. Turned out they were familiar with Two Wheel Oklahoma, had seen our show, and were big fans. So that was really cool. Ride it like you stole it. Oh, guess I shouldn't say that.
We were a little disappointed that the Dallas show didn't have BMW or Triumph showing up. And both have new models out. BMW's got their new K1600 GT, their 6-cylinder bike, their touring bike. And Triumph's got their new 800 Tiger, a more dirt-worthy bike than their larger one. Neither showed up, as did a lot of the European manufacturers bowed out this year. Ducati came in, as always, with their large tent and espresso machine in the corner, and all of the important models and new models to introduce, but they were the only European brand that I even realized that showed up.
We're talking with John Paul of Ducati, standing in front of the new 2011 model, Diavolo.
The new Diavolo, that's it.
So tell me a little bit about it.
So this is the latest and greatest from Ducati. We literally unveiled it last week in Milan at the EICMA International Motorcycle Show there. Put it on an airplane and flew them out here to show the
So
rest.
it's fresh. It's the first time.
Yeah, this is first one,
time.
fresh off a plane, pulled the tarp off it last night, never before seen. It's got all the Ducati traits, so it's still a single-sided swing arm, a trellis frame, Superbike suspension and brakes, like
So you're
162 horsepower.
So you're still using the steel frame, just
Yep.
like all the traditional Ducatis.
Yep.
Little hard to see, but still going with a beautiful single-sided swing arm, covered up by these monster
It's on
cans.
the flip side here, but yeah.
Now, can you give me a general horsepower torque rating?
Yeah,
on
no,
the thing?
absolutely. So it's 162 horsepower, and it's got 3 riding modes on the engine. So what you can do is, it's got a ride-by-wire throttle. You go in here, you choose your mode, then what it does is it has a 100 horsepower urban mode. So say you just want a more relaxed ride, or you just don't want to think as much, or you just don't want to completely haul down. You choose 100 horsepower urban mode. It's kind of just a relaxed throttle delivery, easy ride, good times. And
More
say
of a
you want-
rain?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, not necessarily rain. It just cuts the maximum.
Button around,
Exactly.
tired after
Have
work.
a good time with the bike.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Stoplight to stoplight. Then what you can do is choose touring mode, which bumps it up to 150 horsepower. Same throttle delivery, still relaxed, all that. But if you want the power, you nail it, and it's there. The whole 162.
Okay.
And then what happens from there is you can choose the sport mode, which basically gives you racetrack feel. It's on, off, light switch, ready to go.
Picks up the throttle, it ramps it up.
Front
quicker.
wheel in the air, back tire
Okay,
smoking,
okay.
performance. So,
Not that we would ever do anything like that.
Only at the drag strip.
Right,
But
right.
no. It's kind of got those dimensions that like big horsepower, relaxed, more comfortable seating position feel to it. But I mean,
And I mean, you guys going to get into any accessories, start getting them out?
we've already kind of shown a bunch of them with the bike. There's going to be all sorts of stuff. Everything from performance parts to billet, carbon.
Okay, so you're getting into
system.
everything from exhaust, maybe.
Everything, and there's so many different types of buyer groups. Even in the week, we've shown it to so many different people we've met and spoken to.
Good interest.
Yeah, and so it's there's the guys who want to build a drag race bike out of it. There's the guys who really want to do like a cool, more style design type thing. Paint the bike and get this billet clutch cover or things like that. So
It's more, I guess, customizer friendly than, we've always felt a little different. You take maybe a Monster, but they're so purist.
It's a similar idea, exactly. They're purist. The perfect opposite example is a super bike. Where if you're doing something to your bike, it's got to be more horsepower this way, more horsepower this way. And this, it's more about the design, making it your bike. A lot of that Monster stuff you mentioned, exactly that. It's a little less focused.
Okay.
It's really
Well, I can't wait to get a ride on this thing. So we're going to wrap up here and go check out the rest of the bikes in this booth. And we'll talk to you later. Thanks, Joe Paulo.
A lot of new European models here in the last year or two. A few introduced at this show were from Japanese manufacturers that were Euro-only models.
Okay, what's your name?
Justin Lassiter.
Justin, Rex Brown. You're with Yamaha?
Yes, sir.
Talk to me about the new Super Tenere.
And it's an awesome bike. It's been in Europe for several years now. We brought it over to the States. It's going to be a great bike.
Okay, so they're available as a 2010 or 2011 model? 2011 model. 2011 model. What market are these bikes aimed at? This is what do they call it?
The Adventure Rider.
Okay. So I'm a GS rider, BMW GS rider.
Absolutely,
Convert
your
me.
kind of bike.
Okay, that's
Well,
what it's like, dirt roading and that kind of thing.
Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely. We can start by saying that all of the goods that you get with your GS, you can get on the Yamaha for a whole lot less money.
Okay. Well, that sounds good. Let's take a closer look at it.
Okay. All right. These are aluminum side bags that we offer removable. Bags that go inside.
Okay.
We also offer a trunk that's removable as well. These are quick release,
Right.
lockable on there. We have a tall windshield
Sounds
for
familiar.
wind block.
What kind of motor?
1200 inline twin motor.
Okay, so it's a vertical twin instead of a horizontally opposed thing like the BMW.
Exactly.
Wow, pretty nice looking bike. Let's go ride one.
We didn't get to ride it. Turned out Yamaha had brought 2 Super Teneres and they were booked solid. So, by the way, if you're interested in participating in the demo rides, get there early, see if there's any bikes you're interested in, and sign up. They go really fast. And also bear in mind that each show has different bikes available. Certain shows have 5 or 6 manufacturers show up. Some of them have only 1 or 2, and some have none. So check motorcycleshows.com to see if a manufacturer you're interested in is going to be participating in the demo ride program. And if anybody's ridden a new Super Tenere, we'd be curious what your riding impressions were.
Michelle here with Brookside Motorcycle. For years, our family has built a reputation for value, quality, and customer service. We have the finest pre-owned collection available, plus new Aprilia and Moto Guzzi. Brookside Motorcycle, 6 years of putting people behind bars.